Ms. Blais of Sunderland.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I rise today in support of H 4515. Last fall, Speaker Mariano stated his intent to bring a wind bill before this body. For those of you counting, that statement was made only 160 days ago. And here we are today, considering a bill that will help the Commonwealth meet its emissions reduction goals while creating jobs in the green economy. This speaks volumes to the Speaker's commitment to addressing our climate emergency. I'm extremely grateful to the Speaker for building upon the climate legislation that has already been passed by this chamber and for bringing us here to consider this bill today. The Speaker could not have named a better person to assist his ongoing commitment to meeting our climate goals than the gentleman from Franklin. As someone who loves history and the legacies that leaders leave behind, the chairman recognizes that history will judge us for the actions we take to address climate change. Thank you, Mr. Chairman, to you and your staff for your tireless work over the last few months to bring this bill to fruition. I'm deeply grateful to the gentleman from the North End and his team for continuing to advance legislation that will enable us to meet our ambitious climate goals. And I want to thank the former gentlelady from Lunenburg for helping to lay the groundwork for the inclusion of the grid modernization language in the bill we are taking up today. Madam Speaker, when I was first sworn into office 3 years ago, I was contacted by 1st Franklin District constituents regarding the urgency, the necessity of grid modernization in order to meet our climate goals. I want to thank those constituents for guiding my efforts on climate policy. This has been especially true of the young people from the district who have pushed us to do better for them and for future generations. Massachusetts has an antiquated electrical grid that was built for centralized generation. It was designed to carry energy from power generation stations to end users. This has presented challenges for distributed generation from solar and wind, net metering, battery storage, and other modern technologies. The grid cannot support this green technology, making it impossible for the Commonwealth to meet our renewable energy goals. Our existing structure will not allow for the green energy revolution that is necessary for us to fight climate change. The inclusion of grid modernization language in today's bill charts a course to address this problem. H 4515 requires the DPU to direct electric distribution companies to develop plans to upgrade the transmission and distribution grid in order to meet the state greenhouse gas emission limits. These plans will detail how the companies will proactively improve grid reliability and resiliency, increase customer access to renewable and distributed energy resources, accelerate the Commonwealth's progress toward transportation electrification, building electrification, and decarbonization. Recognizing the importance of transparency and accountability in this process, the bill requires broad stakeholder engagement. Electric sector transformation plans will be developed in consultation with a newly created Grid Modernization Advisory Council. Additionally, electric companies must conduct at least 2 public stakeholder meetings on those plans. The Grid Modernization Advisory Council ensures that the people of the Commonwealth, including the environmental justice community, are at the table as we determine our green energy future. Madam Speaker, each and every one of us has a role to play in helping our Commonwealth meet its clean energy goals. Many individuals are making changes in their lives every day to do just that. This legislation holds distribution companies accountable for their role in helping the Commonwealth to meet its climate goals. Only by working together across all sectors and across every region of the Commonwealth will we secure our clean energy future. Thank you, Madam Speaker.